Well, I just got this purple bike from Facebook Marketplace for 35 bucks, and I'm on a 2-hour journey through the suburbs of Victoria to try to get this thing home. Most of the gears don't work and the brake is a little iffy, but I think it'll do for a month. Well, hello from Victoria, British Columbia. I flew here, gosh, almost 5 weeks ago now from Quebec City. I'm here working with Professor Natalie Slawinski on her research with place-based social enterprise. The PLACE framework is an acronym of 5 principles that community leaders can use in trying to make their town a better place. My project here has been to create worksheets that practitioners or these leaders can use to try to implement this framework, and in doing so make stronger small towns. So it's been fun. It's been graphic design heavy, which is always fun for me, and I'll at least have something to show for my time here, so I feel nice and productive. I'm hiking up Mount Doug for what should be a great view of the area. It's in the natural landscapes like this where you realize that this is actually a bit of a drier climate here, kind of in the rain shadow of the mountains on Vancouver Island, especially at the end of the dry season, and it kind of looks like arid brushland. Behind me are the Forbidden Mountains of Olympic Peninsula in Washington. I think I'm allowed to look at them. And there is Mount Baker in the distance. I'm staying just about there. Downtown Victoria is all the way over there. I've also had the chance to sit in on Natalie's MBA course and PhD course. I've had the chance to follow along with this entire MBA term project where they've had to learn about Sea Cider, which is a local craft cider producer, and then come up with recommendations for the owner on how to improve her business. And I've also sat in on her weekly PhD seminar, which basically feels like sitting in on a panel of professors talking about very esoteric concepts that I can hardly understand, even if I really try. So it's definitely cool to see the difference between more pre-professional programs and pre-academic programs, because there's definitely a difference both in the content and in the kind of student. But I've been able to get to know both the PhD students and the MBA students, which has probably been the bright spot of my time here and the entirety of my social life. I'm here touring the BC Governor's Mansion. There's a really nice municipal par 3 golf course that I've been enjoying on some nice autumn sunny days. I've been staying in a house that's only like a 5-minute bike ride from campus with a lady named Anne, who's super impressive and nice. She's, I don't know, maybe 80 years old, but she does not look like it. She gets her steps in every single day, and she's always bustling around. And there's also 2 PhD students who stay with Anne in addition to me, so it's a nice little community there. We even had a Thanksgiving feast for Canadian Thanksgiving last week. Anne is from Newfoundland, so we've been able to bond over our shared love of Canada's other coast. And she's showed me all around Victoria to some of her favorite spots. She's a big fan of Indigenous cultures. And she also took me all the way across to the west coast of Vancouver Island this past weekend, which was a very fun trip. We even saw seals. I've also been pleasantly surprised by Victoria as a city. The downtown is nice, there's lots of businesses. I guess they get some cruise ship tourism. That's a main company with a store in Victoria. Little taste of home. And there's also a surprising amount of history here. There's the oldest Chinatown in Canada, which I guess makes sense. But there's also some nice old architecture in the Parliament building and the Fairmont Hotel downtown. Overall, it's a very laid-back kind of city. The kind of city that almost makes you feel like you're not in a city. It's my kind of city. This is the charming little seaside district of Fisherman's Wharf. I hear that sometimes on a sunny day, it's even nicer. People actually live in these houses that just float in the harbor. They all have a lot of character. I miss Newfoundland. It's certainly nostalgic and very comforting to be back on a college campus. I can just blend in as a supposed student. These places are very vibrant and full of life. I met a very nice couple on the plane out here, and the guy proceeded to spend like 2 hours writing down all of these spots I need to visit in BC. And I regret to say that I've accomplished almost none of them. But I'll keep them in case I'm ever back. Well, in just a few days, I'm flying to Japan. And thus marks really the end of the first quarter of my Watson year and my time in Canada and my time in the English-speaking world and my time in a place that I'm comfortable and familiar with. And therefore, thus begins everything else. The sun is setting on Victoria. Goodbye from North America for the last time. I've been watching this dish soap bubble float around for like 10 minutes. It's very intriguing. No. Oh.